Good evening. My name is Harold Wilson, and as principal of Medomak Valley High School, I'm honored to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the class of 2013. Following the recessional march tonight, you're all invited to reception to honor our graduates in the cafeteria. Now, at this time, I would like to have the following students please come forward and take a place on the stage. Tyler Dustin, Danielle Lawson, Dylan Look, Abigail McGuire, Mark Sweet Lindsay, Devin Sproul, and Isaiah Timberlake. These young men and women are enlisting in the following branches of the armed forces. Tyler Dustin is enlisting in the United States Army. Dylan Look, the United States Army National Guard. Abigail McGuire, United States Army Reserves. The United States Marine Corps will be Devin Sproul, Mark Sweet Lindsay, and Isaiah Timberlake. And enlisting in the United States Navy, Danielle Lawson. Now, I would ask Miss Samantha Wadsworth if she will please come to the stage. Samantha will be singing the national anthem, and I would ask that everyone rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, I would ask that Mr. Vincent Vannah, president of the class of 2013, please come forward and join us on the stage. Vincent will be delivering the greeting this evening. Vincent.
Welcome and good evening, faculty, family, friends, and honored guests to this year's graduating class of 2013. I remember just the other day, I was trying to figure out where my class was and what high school was going to be like. I never knew it would have flown by so fast, and I would be speaking at my own graduation tonight. All the faculty and upperclassmen are right in saying your 4 years at high school will fly by really quickly. Never hold anything back, underclassmen, and never find yourself short in doing so. Give it all you have. As president of class of 2013, I have grown to know everyone in the class and help lead you here. I am honored to be your president. I would also like to thank Mr. Hill and Mr. McNally for being our class advisors, and parents of the class for helping with fundraising as well. Furthermore, I wish a bright future for all you seniors and good luck after high school. Seniors, I leave you with a quote by John Wesley: "Gain all you can, save all you can, and give all you can." Thank you for coming tonight. We hope you enjoy the ceremony.
Seniors, we should recognize two special groups in attendance tonight. I would like to have the parents and guardians of the class of 2013 please rise. The support and effort of these individuals have helped you achieve the milestone we're celebrating tonight. Now, let us recognize with a round of applause the Medomak Valley High School teaching staff who have challenged the class of 2013 to strive for the highest level of academic achievement and have supported your efforts to do so the past 4 years. At this time, I would ask that Miss Maria Ennamorati please come forward. By virtue of attaining the second highest 4-year grade point average for the Medomak Valley High School class of 2013 with a GPA of a 4.292, we are pleased to award the Salutatorian Medal to Miss Maria Ennamorati. Now, Miss Emily Leach, would you please come forward? By virtue of attaining the highest 4-year grade point average for the Medomak Valley High School class of 2013 with a GPA of a 4.5, we are pleased to award the Valedictorian Medal to Miss Emily Leach.
Good evening. First, we would like to thank you, our school and community members, for the support and commitment you have given to each of us in the class of 2013 over the past 4 years. As we have learned from previous events, such as Hurricane Sandy and the Boston Marathon bombing, the community is what brings us success through love, support, and encouragement. We would also like to especially thank the administrators and staff of Medomak Valley for giving us the opportunities to thrive in our academics and continue onto the paths we have set for ourselves.
To help us write this speech, we turn to some successful and inspiring individuals. We give much thanks to the Beatles, Rent, Green Day, Survivor, Queen, Chumbawamba, Judy Garland, the Rolling Stones, Fleetwood Mac, Natasha Bedingfield, Jay Sean, Vitamin C, John Lennon, Muse, Eminem, Brett James, Jason Aldean, Rihanna, and Tom Petty. We would like to look back on our time together and project ourselves into the future with a little help from these friends.
In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? After all, these are the times to remember. We rose up, straight to the top, had the guts and got the glory. We shouted for blue and yelled for gold because we are the champions. We get knocked down, but we get back up again. We continue to party because we survived 2012, the end of the world, and because we know that somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Live your life with arms wide open. This is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. You can go your own way, but just imagine all the people sharing all the world and living for today.
There is nothing you can know that isn't known, and nothing you can see that isn't shown, and know where you'll be that isn't where you're meant to be. We're not afraid to take a stand. We'll walk this road together, through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm, and when the sun shines, we'll shine together, we'll stand under the umbrella. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for us, and we're feeling good.
And the days went by like paper in the wind. Everything changed, then changed again. Memory lane, up in the headlights, has got me reminiscing on them good times. Even if we never talk again after tonight, please remember that we are forever changed by who you are and what we meant to each other. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
The memories we have made at Medomak are unforgettable. Take them with you next year, but leave room for new experiences that come your way. Rise above average expectations and take advantage of this new beginning you have. Wherever these paths may take us, always keep in mind those who helped lay the pavement on which you walk. We know you will do amazing things, class of 2013, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Thank you.
At this time, I will ask Miss Grace Jameson, please come forward to present tonight's musical selection.
It started out as a feeling, which then grew into a hope, which then turned into a quiet thought, which then turned into a quiet word. And then that word grew louder and louder, till it was a battle cry. I'll come back when you call me. No need to say goodbye. Just because everything's changing doesn't mean it's never been this way before. All you can do is try to know who your friends are as you head off to the war. Pick a star on the dark horizon and follow the light. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. Now we're back to the beginning. It's just a feeling and no one knows yet. But just because they can't feel it too doesn't mean that you have to forget. Let your memories grow stronger and stronger till they're before your eyes. You'll come back when they call you. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back when they call you. No need to say goodbye.
At this time, would Miss McKenzie Belcher please come forward and introduce this evening's keynote speaker?
Good evening. I first met tonight's speaker over 5 years ago when I began playing sports at Medomak Middle School. Many of us have encountered him during athletic practices and events and in the halls during school. We may have seen him working tirelessly on our behalf in many different ways. He certainly gives his all for the positive image of Medomak Valley. He has been in the middle school and high school athletic director for the past 10 years. In 2009, he was named KVAC Athletic Director of the Year. By his example and leadership, he has taught many of us how to show respect and to play hard. It is now my honor to introduce to you our commencement speaker, Mr. Matthew Lash.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, McKenzie. Good evening, Superintendent Pratt, administration, members of the Board of Directors, MVHS faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and of course, members of the class of 2013. I am both humbled and honored that you have asked me to speak this evening. In preparing to speak to you tonight, I struggled with how to properly address you without making many references to sports. For although I am the athletic director and am proud of your many accomplishments, the lessons that you have learned on the athletic field apply to life in general, and thus apply to all of you. But after reflecting for weeks, I realized that you asked me to speak tonight because, in your words, you are an athletic class, and that maybe I've been able to help you a little bit along the way. Many of you here today can say that some of your most cherished memories and best life lessons came from participation in athletics. I have always felt that athletics is an extension of the classroom, but the lessons learned apply to all of us, athletes and non-athletes alike. So as you leave Medomak, take with you some of these thoughts. Work ethic. I hope that through both failures and successes, you have learned that there is simply no substitute for hard work. Many of you have been an inspiration to others and myself because of your work ethic. My father often told me always to leave it on the floor and to not take shortcuts. That same work ethic that you demonstrated in practice and competition will serve you very well in whatever you choose to do. In many cases, those who work the hardest will be the most successful in the end. Humility. I believe that being humble makes you better prepared. You can never be over-prepared. In early December of 1992, after an opening night 2-point loss to Skowhegan in this gym, we had a practice, the next day, of course. For those of you who have played basketball, you know it's never a good thing when there's not a rack of balls in the gym. As a team, we went into that first game a little too confident. We certainly learned a lot about humility that day. After that game, we went on a 10-game win streak and lost only one more time that season. 20 years later, I can still remember everything we did at that practice. Lesson learned. Self-sacrifice. During the last 4 years, I've witnessed several examples of each of you putting we before me. The team championships you have won are mostly because you bought into the team concept. This was no more evident than this past year. Those of you who have experienced individual successes have given much to do so. While others may have been at the lake, at the movies, or just hanging out, you were in the gym, on the track, or at a camp. As you enter the workforce or attend college and eventually start a family, you will learn to sacrifice even more. Community service. I urge you sincerely to be civic-minded. Each of you give back to your community. I have watched many of you selfishly give with the youth on Saturday mornings, at summer camps, or at middle school track meets. In many ways, you have been role models throughout that process. Build on that as you enter adulthood. After your training, bring those skills back to the 5 towns that make up this wonderful school district. Serve your town as an elected official or coach a youth team. But most of all, make those who have invested in your education over the last 13 years proud of you by being a valued member of the community. Proud. Be proud of your accomplishments. As a coach, I always ask my players, how do you want to be remembered? Think about that as you enter the next phase of your life. If you wish you had done some things differently in high school, commit to making those changes in your future endeavors. So in the end, you will feel better about yourself. Find your passion, work at it, and show pride. Class. This is a word that we used often. When we talk about sportsmanship, in the end, we're talking about being a class individual. If you wore the blue and gold, you heard the words, represent your family, school, and community well, and win and lose the right way. I always thought that nobody wanted to win more than I did. I did not want to talk to anybody before a game, and I took every loss personally. Each time you missed a shot, swung and missed, or lost a game, I hurt with you. But together, we did it with class. We did it the right way. So whether you have won or lost, worked your hardest or had more to give, given back or not at all, make sure to thank the people who have inspired and challenged you. When you get another chance to give back, make a difference, achieve something great, don't have any regrets, and make sure you leave it all on the floor. Class of 2013, thank you for letting me share in your victories and your defeats, because in the end, we have all learned many valuable lessons. Thank you, class of 2013.
We'll now present awards and scholarships to the class of 2013. Will the scholarship presenters please come forward? Neil Lash will be presenting the David Cox Memorial Scholarship in the amount, two scholarships in the amount of $300 each to Ariel Rancourt and Cassandra Demers. Al McKay, Al O'Donnell, and Zakiya Thiessen will be presenting the Charles C. Lilly American Legion Post number 149 scholarships. They're presenting 3 scholarships, $250 each, to Melissa Philbrook, Jonathan Henriksen Bellegay, and George Field V. In recognition of the outstanding contributions to the community by the late Charles M. Begley, the Waldoboro Lions Club is announcing an award in his name. This award will be presented to a graduating senior at Medomak Valley High School who has demonstrated traits of thoughtfulness, caring, community involvement, along with high academic standing. These qualities and achievements were prized by Mr. Begley, who spent many years at Medomak Valley High School. The Lion Club prizes them also and wishes to have them and Mr. Begley honored tonight. This award is being presented by Mrs. Charles M. Begley in the amount of $1,500 to Maria Ennamorati. Missy Dean and John Ozier will be presenting the Dustin J. Ozier Memorial Scholarships. There are 8 scholarships, the amount of $500 each, presented to Desiree Benner, Jessica Prescott, Abigail Vale, Danielle Hunt, Vincent Vannah, Ryan Ripley, Elise Wallace, and Kelsey Grady. They will also be presenting a $1,000 scholarship to Brandon Soper. Melissa Sukforth will be presenting the Stephanie Sukforth Gilman Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to Olivia Overlock. Wilcox will be presenting the Robert H. and Eleanor S. Heal Scholarships. 3 of the scholarships in the amount of $5,000 each to Molly Strunk, Bailey Black, and Jaden Eaton. Mrs. Wilcox will also be presenting a $3,750 scholarship to Ashley Weed. Okay, yep. Amanda Shelmadine will be presenting multiple scholarships in the town of Warring. She will be assisted by Mrs. Wilcox. First, the Frank and Gertrude Rose scholarships. There are 2 in the amount of $850 each, one to Brianna Gross and Alina Blum. Huh? Frank and Gertrude Rose. Frank and Gertrude Rose. Okay. They're different amounts, that's all.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep. And from the same scholarship, the Frank and Gertrude Rose Scholarship, they'll be presenting 5 $600 scholarships to McKenzie Belcher, Angela Gray, James Oldroyd, Melissa Philbrook, and Brittany Mitchell. Next, they will be presenting a $1,600 scholarship to Heidi Obashawn, a $1,100 scholarship to Desiree Leary, and a $600 scholarship to Olivia Overlock. Have Desiree stay too. Desiree too. And Olivia stay. The Cyrus Eaton Scholarship, there are 12 of them in the amount of $1,100 each, and they're being presented to Emily Leach, Heidi Obashawn, Desiree Leary, Brianna Gross, Alina Blum, Olivia Overlock, Mackenzie Belcher, James Oldroyd, Angela Gray, Melissa Philbrook, George Field V, and Autumn Dinsmore. Emily Leach. She's in the back. The Brian and Phyllis Robinson Scholarship in the amount of $2,100 is being presented to Emily Leach. Also, the F. Leland Overlock Scholarship in the amount of $400 is being presented to Emily Leach. The Waring Day Scholarship in the amount of $750 is being presented to George Fields V. The Edward Lemke Scholarship in the amount of $300 is being presented to Heidi Aubuchon. Mrs. Carolyn Rasmussen will be presenting the Charles Rasmussen Memorial Gift in the amount of $500 to Emily Leach. Mrs. Viola Davis will be presenting the Friendship Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to Taylor Simmons, and Taylor Simmons has also been named the John T. Harler Scholar for 2013. Assisting me with the remainder of the scholarships and awards will be Mr. Kavanaugh and Mrs. Philbrook. The Medomak Valley Memorial Scholarship was originally established in the memory of Lori Ann Pinkham. Anytime $100 or more is donated in the memory of a student or former student, their name is added to the plaque. A condition of this scholarship is that I read the names of the students who have passed away since 1979. Lori Ann Pinkham, Stephen D. Chu, Daniel Wayne Smith, Mark Allen Kamalski, Sarah Hilton Powell, John Gerald Crabtree, Laurie Lindsay Woodcock, Brian Maynard Jackson, Kurt Marcus London, Michael James Johnson, Tammy Lynn Luce, Peter Paul Upham, Shane Michael Weeks, Todd Allen Richardson, Michelle Anna Lay, Corey J. Acorn, Abel Thomas Bourneval, Daniel Stephen Prescott, Matthew Lewis Blackington, Larry Paul Jameson, Travis John Walton, Michael Thomas Dever, Gabriel John Lufkin, Gary Ronald Blackler, Lawrence Basil Acorn, Douglas Ralph Johnson, Mabel Marie Schmies, Jason Nelson Barter, Jacob Norman Daigle, Robert George Wallace, Herrick Charles Alley, Chris Nichols, Samuel E. Norwood, Willis A. Moody III, Michael A. Moody, Michael Aaron Durkee, John Roland Guptill, Richard Warren Chapman, Craig Allen Winchenbach Jr., Kevin Patrick Murray, Craig Merritt Hoke, Missy Roberta Kent, Wayne Michael Burnham, Paula Faye Cooley, Stephanie Sukeforth Gilman, Donald C. Campbell, Dustin John Ozier, and Bess Honecker. Would you join me in a moment of silence for those that have passed? Thank you. This year's recipient of the Medomak Valley Scholarship in the amount of $200 is presented to Amanda Henriksen Bellegay. The Shane Weeks Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $150 is being presented to Tanya Bartlett. The Mildred Moody Teal Scholarship in the amount of $3,400 is being presented to Emily Leach. The Rose LaBelle Clark Scholarships, the amount of $3,500 each, are being presented to Greta Brown, Abigail Vale, Zachary Melvin, Brandon Soper, Ariel Rancourt, Kelsey Grady, Vincent Vannah, Jessica Prescott, Catherine Broussard, Jesse Keene. Also receiving the Rose LaBelle Clark Scholarship in the amount of $2,400 each, Zoe Rogers, Wilmot Dow. The Cruising to Graduation Car Show Project Graduation Scholarship in the amount of $500 is being presented to Ryan Soule. The Mildred F. Davis Scholarship in the amount of $1,100 being presented to Danica Dever. The B.M. Clark Foundation Scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each will be presented to Bailey Black, Molly Strunk, Ryan Soule. The Maine Antique Digest Scholarship in the amount of $2,040 is being presented to Caden Benedicts. The Medomak Valley All Sports Booster Club Scholarships, the amount of $800 each, Being presented to Danielle Hunt and Jonathan Hendrickson Bellegay. The Fred Ludwig Memorial Scholarship Award, presenting 2 awards this year, $1,200 to Merle Vannah and $900 to Carrie Madden. The George and Marion Secor scholarships. There are 6 scholarships, $4,300 each, and will be presented to Maria Ennamorati, Bridget Miller, Jesse Keene, Danielle Hunt, Zachary Melvin, Paul Brown. The Frank and Lottie Hunter Memorial Scholarship. There are 6 scholarships, $400 each, and they're being presented to Bridget Miller, Isabel Lobley, Zachary Melvin, Jasmine Richardson, Jesse Keene, Catherine Broussard. She's on the end. No, she's on the end. Yeah. The E. Ashley and Mildred M. Walter Memorial Scholarships, there are 10, the amount of $840 each, and they will be presented to Catherine Broussard, Maria Ennamorati, Taylor Simmons, Desiree Benner, James Oldroyd, Tanya Bartlett, Angela Gray, Kristen Simmons, McKenzie Belcher, and Amanda Hendrickson Bellegay. The F. Roger Miller Memorial Scholarships, there are 4 of them, $2,200 each, and they're being presented to Abigail Vale, Vincent Vannah, Jasmine Richardson, and Paul Brown. The Mildred Merrifield Walter Scholarship. There are 3 scholarships, $3,400 each, presented to Ryan Soule, Molly Strunk, and Bailey Black. The American Association of University Women are presenting 2 scholarships, $1,000 each, to Catherine Broussard and Danielle Hunt. The Fannie E. Gray Scholarship Fund for Education, presenting 3 scholarships, the amount of $700 each, and they'll be presented to Greta Brown, Vincent Vannah, and Zachary Melvin. The Grand Commandery of Maine Knights Templar Scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each will be presented to Abigail Vale, Isabel Lobley, Emily Leach, Vincent Vannah, and Carrie Madden. The Tyler Grand Mason Melmac Scholarship in the amount of $1,500 being presented to Michaela Hersom Lilly. The Elks Lodge of Rockland will be presenting 3 scholarships, $2,000 each, to Catherine Broussard, Jesse Keene, Desiree Leary. The Warren Oddfellow Scholarship in the amount of $250 are being presented to Melissa Philbrook and Jesse Keene. The Friendship Community Club is presenting 6 scholarships, $250 each, and they're being presented to Amanda Hendrickson Bellegay, Jonathan Hendrickson Bellegay, Desiree Benner, Kristen Simmons, Taylor Simmons, and Elise Wallace. The Town of Union Gilbert Dowdy Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $170 is being presented to Jaden Eaton. Have him wait. The Town of Union William Poulin Scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each are being presented to Ashley Weed, Molly Strunk, Bailey Black, and Jaden Eaton. The William Poulin Scholarship is also presenting a $1,202 scholarship to Taylor Packard. The Frank D. Rowe Scholarship of the Town of Union is also presenting another scholarship, $241 to Taylor Packard. Rockland Professional Firefighter Scholarship in the amount of $500 is being presented to Heidi Obershon. The Senator George J. Mitchell Scholarship Research Institute awards over 130 scholarships each year, one to a graduating senior from every public high school in Maine. Each year, there are over 1,000 applicants from across the state. Please join me in congratulating this year's Mitchell Scholar and winner of a $6,000 scholarship from Medomak Valley High School, Maria Ennamorati. The grand total of scholarships that were awarded this year for the class of 2013 total $193,353. Superintendent Pratt, would you please join me at the podium?
Dear graduates, I wish you all well and great success as you move into the next phase of your life. Remember with pride the impact that you have had on the school community. Work hard and stay focused on your goals for life. Now, as we move forward into the official component of this ceremony, I have to ask Mr. Wilson a couple of questions. Principal Wilson, have each of the students before us completed the requirements for graduation as delineated by the RSU 40 policies and laws of the state of Maine?
I would say yes, Superintendent Pratt. The students seated before you have met all their graduation requirements to receive a Medomak Valley diploma.
Then, by the authority vested in me by the Department of Education as Superintendent of Schools, I will ask you to confer upon each graduate a diploma representing the completion of their formal high school education. Congratulations.
Brent Kyle Barrows. Megan Carolee Boyington. Isaiah Albert Timberlake. Samantha Lynn Wadsworth. Cade Brian Ilvanen. Caitlin Cynthia Bixby. Mark Alfred Sweet Lindsay. Isabel Rose Lobley. Zachary Craig Melvin. Shauna Rose Scott. Hunter Lee Ratcliffe. Danica Diane Dever. Tyler Shane Isidro. Anna Elizabeth Cormier. Brandon Edward Colson. Autumn Nicole Dinsmore. Wyatt Jason Grindle. Bailey Olivia Black. Nicholas John Anderson. Charlene May Wilbur. Joshua Douglas Benner. Catherine Ada Brassard. Taylor James Packard. Emily Alcee Leach.
Make sure it pause after mom. I'm going to do a little something.
Jonathan Charles Hendrickson Bellegay. You want to do that? No. Amanda Marie Hendrickson Bellegay. Wilmot Isaac Lowell Dow. Kara Nicole Prains. James Benjamin Oldroyd. Kristen Lynn Simmons. Brandon Matthew Poland. Olivia Marie Hawes. Tyler Wade Wilson. Sky Jennifer Woods. Devin Alexander Sproul. Heidi Danielle Obashan. Connor Tristan Dahlberg. Danielle James Hunt. Zachary Warren James. Brittany Catherine Mitchell. Zachary Sean Ryan. Nicole Lynn Angelico.
If you can read that part first, if you could. This one first, Eagle Scout.
Eagle Scout, Jaden Michael Eaton. Zoe March Elizabeth Rogers. Paul Robert Brown. Kendra Ann Beal. George Leon Field V. Danielle Elizabeth Lawson. Ryan Douglas Ripley. Ariel Teresa Rancourt. Sarah Danielle Little. Angela Marie Gray. Michaela Lynn Ann Hersom Lilly. Julia Grace Dickinson. Brianna Elizabeth Gross. Brenna Aurora McAfee. Elise Murphy Wallace. Melissa Lena Philbrook. Rebecca Lynn Robinson. Bethany Marie Hansen. David Linwood Sanborn. Tyler Howard Ernest Dustin. Thank you. Merle Richard Vannah. Paul Scott Spalding. Tanya Marie Bartlett. Derek James Hall. Molly Ann Strunk. Vincent Joseph Vannah. Whitney Sherry Ann Lopez. Brandon Alexander Demmons. Kristen Nathalie Griffin. Benjamin Ross Collier. Ashley Nicole Weed. Eric Christopher Bowman. Cassandra Mardi Demers. Taylor Wayne Farley. Kayla Marie Silveria. Jacob Charles Rowe. McKenzie Nicole Belcher. Ivan Bowman Johnson. Bridget Lee Miller. Eli Gabriel Walter Kaufman. Taylor Marie Simmons. Caden Chance Robert Benedicts. Thank you. Jasmine Freya Richardson. Dylan Jesse Look. Jessica Lee Prescott. Gregory Boone Olson. Greta Edith Brown. Kyle Duncan Derby. I should know this one. Jessie Ann Keene. Miles Simmons Paul.
How you doing?
All right, how about you? Sierra Lynn Curtis. Thomas James Harriman. Alina Brittany Blum. Brian Kenneth Lawrence Dustin. Maria Teresa Ennamorati. Brandon Glenwood Soper. Sabrina Marie Poland. Kazoo Robert Tibbetts. Grace Christina Elizabeth Jameson. Carrie Colin Madden. Kelsey Marie Grady. Jacob Michael Vaughn Johnson. Eleni Elizabeth Virginia Harford. Alexander Peyton Richards. Abigail Inez McGuire. Andrew David McGuire. Hannah Marie Babcock. Joseph Richard King. Sarah Joanne Walker. Isaiah Michael Wadsworth. Abby Arlene Johnson. John Edward Murray the Fifth. Well done. Miranda Lee Storm Nason. Ashley Brooke Lindsay. Olivia Kayla Overlock. Desiree May Leary. Alyssa Elaine Grover. Amanda Marie Dever.
I'll get this one.
Abigail May Vale. Desiree Lelia Benner. Kevin M.J. Pendleton Lumbombard. Aaron Francis Bowman. Ryan Michael Soul. David Glenn Montgomery. Chelsea Nicole DeLeo.
Seniors, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left as a sign of your graduation.